Severe storm slams Austin, Texas, with hurricane-force winds, torrential rain, and a brutal hailstorm, turning the heart of central Texas into a disaster zone in just a matter of hours. As the late afternoon sky turned an eerie greenish black, residents of Austin knew something ominous was approaching, but nothing could prepare them for the fury that would descend. By 6 p.m., the first wave hit. Walls of rain came crashing down. Lightning streaked the sky with blinding flashes. Wind gusts nearing 80 miles per hour whipped through the city, uprooting trees, hurling debris across roads, and slamming into homes and vehicles with devastating force. To put it in perspective, these wind speeds rivaled those of a Category 1 hurricane. Chunks of ice, some as large as golf balls, pelted the city relentlessly. In neighborhoods across Austin, roofs were shattered, skylights imploded, and windows exploded inward. Cars sat helplessly in driveways and streets, their windshields shattered, bodies dented beyond recognition. The pounding roar of hail on rooftops was deafening, like 1,000 drums striking at once. People huddled in closets and bathrooms, praying it would pass. Within minutes, floodwaters began to rise. The already saturated ground couldn't absorb the torrential rain, and Austin's drainage systems were quickly overwhelmed. Streets turned into rivers. Cars floated down avenues that just hours before had been packed with evening commuters. The Austin Fire Department was flooded with 911 calls. First responders sprang into action, conducting at least a dozen water rescues in conditions that were both treacherous and unpredictable. Entire intersections disappeared beneath murky water, trapping drivers in rising floods. One man was swept away and tragically lost his life in the chaos. His body recovered hours later. Even the seat of government wasn't spared. A towering glass panel in the Texas state capitol was blown out by the intense winds, and rain poured into the building, soaking halls lined with history. Staff evacuated sections of the capitol as water dripped from ceilings and pooled on marble floors. In North Austin, a gas station canopy on Greystone Drive came crashing down under the weight of wind and rain. A car parked beneath was crushed, symbolizing the sheer force of nature that had descended without mercy. Power outages quickly followed. Transformers burst in flashes of blue as power lines snapped. By nightfall, more than 60,000 customers were without electricity. Entire neighborhoods plunged into darkness, with only the occasional lightning bolt revealing the extent of the wreckage outside. Austin Energy immediately activated emergency response procedures. Crews worked through the night to assess the storm's toll and begin restoring service. Downed lines, blocked roads, and structural damage made access slow and dangerous. Some residents were warned that power might not be restored for days. Austin Energy crews are working 24/7 to restore power, the utility said in a statement. The damage is extensive. We appreciate your patience as we work to bring the grid back online safely. Meanwhile, just 80 miles south in San Antonio, the nightmare repeated itself. Heavy rainfall along the I-35 corridor triggered dangerous flash floods, stranding drivers and sweeping water through urban streets and low-water crossings. The San Antonio Fire Department reported at least 8 water rescues overnight. Thankfully, no fatalities there, but the danger was undeniable. Images began pouring in from across central Texas. Cars underwater, trees on rooftops, metal signs twisted like ribbons, and streets covered in shattered glass and broken limbs. Businesses reported flooding, structural damage, and power loss. Local hospitals operated on backup generators in some areas. Shelters opened their doors to those displaced or stranded. The National Weather Service had issued a severe thunderstorm watch earlier in the evening, but the scale of the damage went far beyond a typical spring storm. Radar estimates suggested rainfall rates exceeding 1 inch per hour, far too much for drainage systems to handle in such a short span. Flash flood warnings covered large sections of Travis, Williamson, Bastrop, and Burnett counties. Officials urged residents to stay off the roads. If you don't need to be out, don't be, the Austin Police Department posted online. Conditions remain dangerous. By Thursday morning, the sky had cleared, but the scars of the night remained. Trees blocked major roads. Schools delayed opening or closed entirely. Thousands remained without power. Families stepped outside to assess the damage, many finding pieces of their roofs, fences, and yards strewn across neighboring blocks. Despite the devastation, acts of resilience and kindness emerged. Neighbors helped each other clear debris. Volunteers brought food and blankets to those in shelters. Rescue workers, soaked and exhausted, continued responding to calls well into the next day. Weather forecasters issued a chilling reminder. More rain is expected through the end of the week. With the ground already saturated, even modest rainfall could reignite flooding risks. This storm served as a terrifying wake-up call. How fast nature can turn everyday life into a fight for survival. One moment, the skies are quiet, and the next, they're unleashing a force that tears apart the very fabric of a community. From the flooded streets of Austin to the waterlogged roadways of San Antonio, Central Texas endured a night of relentless chaos, one that will be remembered for years to come.
Raining inside. That's all hail hitting the house. That's a tree.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.